How's everybody doing out there? Apologize for being a little bit late. Was finishing up recording the Red Guardian showcase you all voted on, and it's coming, and I had so much fun making it. I love that champion so much. It was difficult to keep that from going a lot longer than I had intended, right? What's up, man? King Dabu, thank you so much for being here. Ruda, hey, Jason, what's up, dude? So, hey, how you doing? Rye, what's up, man? Brennan, hey, everybody. We made it to Friday. I will say that there was a moment yesterday. I was like, I don't know if I'm going to make it to Friday. Like, this has been a brutal week, man. I'm like on my third week of still kind of being sick. I'm getting better. It is slowly. There's been moments where I was like, I'm not so sure it's slowly but surely. This might be slowly, just slowly inching towards death. But hey, here we are. My cats were with my hey. Was it that? Let me know. Adamantium, what's up, dude? The hat's purple. That's a long time, man. I don't remember what exactly the marker was for purple hat, but it was a bit. We're gonna say hello to folks for a minute, and then we will jump into the crystal opening. There's actually some. It's the Vega Prime account, so like we're getting crystals at a pretty amazing rate, actually. And I discovered a whole new thing that I'm realizing is really huge, that on my Vega 583 account, like it's just like part of the game. Like it's in the background. I don't really think much on it, just being totally honest. And it's another thing that like doing this account I've learned about. And I'll show that to you here in a minute. Brian, this is interesting here. So we'll jump into the crystal opening in a minute. I'm just letting people kind of come on in. Here's the new node idea. The node is called Toxic Cracked Armor. For every armor break, you get poisoned. And for every armor up, you get a fury. What do you think? So, I mean, I think that sounds cool and interesting. What I'm wondering is, what's the what's the ask of that node? Like, I think what you're saying is for every armor up you put on the opponent. So let's say you're playing Medusa, you're going to get poisoned. So the idea is that you want to bring in poison immune champs if they're going to be armor breaking, I guess. And then for every armor up on the defender, you would get a fury. So is there there's a bit of a benefit to not armor breaking, I'm assuming. I think you got a thing there. I think you got an idea, and I think that's how good ideas get formed. Is you start off with like an idea, and then you just kind of iterate and make it better and better and better, like chisel it, like a sculpture or something like that. I hope I'm doing well. You too. So thank you so much for being here, man. Off work today. Hey, that's right, Adamantium. That's right. We were chatting about that the other day. Greetings from Mexico City. OG Highland, Mexico City, dude. Have a blast. As you know, I loved my time in that city. I would go back in a heartbeat. How long are you there? If you don't mind, how long are you there, man? And whereabouts are you? What are you seeing? What are you doing? Brendan, what's up, man? What's up, Luke? How you doing, man? Luke's gonna try to get me to say Gen Z terms. I don't know if I can do it, man. And it's not that I don't think they're good. It's like I just think it will probably sound really weird coming out of my mouth. Hey, I was only Cav before. Now you're 7.4. Wouldn't have even pushed for Thronebreaker if you didn't say it now. I'm like, hey, hell yeah, that's right. That's great, Kristen. Pool shed. Okay, I was like, I don't know. Dude, is someone? I literally in my Alliance chat today, someone was asking about champions to rank up for the Karina's Necropolis challenges. and they have Onslaught, and I was like, I can't. What I thought I wrote was, I can personally vouch that Onslaught was great for it, but I wrote like I can't, or the typo turned into I can't. And fortunately, I think it was Brennan there was like, did you mean that you can? Because this is coming across really oddly. Like you literally talked about and showed us that Onslaught was good. And it's like, I make typos all the time. It's just, it is what it is. Brennan, don't even, I can't even say that sentence, man. I can't even say that sentence. It can be paired with other nodes, like where the defender throws a special, you get armor broken. Oh, so you get armor broken. I get it now. Okay, I thought it was the other way around. Or that one node where you get 10 hits, the defender gets an armor up. It's a great pairing node. It seems like it to me, man. Yeah, I mean, I sounds good to me. And it's, you know what I love about it? You know, my favorite part of it, like as just a general principle, Brian, is that it only took up 3 lines. I feel like that should be like a metric of like, if this node takes up more than 3 lines, it better be damn important. And then we should only have so many other nodes on the node set. Oh, dude, you're in Polanco. Here for the weekend for a wedding. Polanco, that's the like the fancy part of town, isn't it? That's the that's like the Beverly Hills-ish area, if I remember correctly. Here for a wedding. I hope the wedding goes phenomenally, man. Also, hey, from little island of Ireland. Hey, what's up? Thanks so much for being here. All right, we've done a little bit. Let's go ahead and well, let's see what this is. Is there are there more deals? What is this? Stark Figure sinks out the power in the battle room. You need to add. Oh, Brennan, Luke with the gifted memberships, dude. Thank you so much, Luke. Let's get you up on the board. I actually forgot to even pull that up, dude. Thank you so much, Luke. See, Luke, since you did this, I'm gonna go ahead and embarrass myself, man. I mistyped the gifted, and it looked like y'all say Giat, right? Am I even saying it right? Like when I say it, I think the first time it was ever explained to me what it meant, someone showed an Al Pacino gif, and I like now all I hear is Giat, like the way he eventually just did all of his roles in all of his movies. No, that's the bad. Oh, sorry. Am I saying a bad word? Oh, shoot. Oh, no. You're like, see, this is why I shouldn't do it. That's why I shouldn't do it. Literally that right there. And another gifted membership. Thank you so much, Sayu. Thank you, y'all. I appreciate all the support. And it's always cool to see those hats. Do you guys even know why we have the hat? I'm curious if any current viewer knows why we have the hat. I wonder if people know. OG Highline might know. I know he's been around for a long time. Yeah, so hey, yeah, I that's funny. I mean, obviously I wear a hat. I wear it a lot. In videos and streams and stuff. That's not it. That's what's funny, Adrian, is I realize that's probably why people think it. And I kind of like that that's what people now think. Don't give in, Kara, Gen X across with pride. So I will to this day, I will stand by. I seriously, they'll be putting me in the grave and I will be like, I am not Gen X. It's not that I have a problem with Gen X. I don't. Many of my friends are Gen X. I'm also not a millennial. Like it's gone now. It's pretty much gone. But the people that study these things like that, I think they're the sociologists and things like that, for a very long period of time. And I think they were actually right. There's this 5-year window that's not Gen X. Like they don't really meet Gen X, like the personality, like the general personalities, like the social things that happen in our lives that kind of create the way we tend to see things, right? We're obviously not all the same, but they're also not millennials. Like they are very much not millennials. And people of my like almost exact age some people obviously would say they feel more Gen X or millennial, but by and large, people are like, actually, yeah, I don't feel like when I speak to millennial or when I speak to someone from Gen X, I do feel like they see things more default one way than I do. It's really, there's like, I can't remember, there used to be a term for it, that there's like this in-between group. And it's like that with everything, right? Like my kids had a spirit week, school years are ending. And so they both had like spirit weeks. And one of them for one day was supposed to dress like a decade. And being the age that I am, you know, and my wife as well. My wife and I are pretty much the exact same age. She's a little bit older than me, but only a couple of months. And my daughter said she wanted to dress 90s. And like we both immediately went grunge. We were like, all right, flannel, let's get you in the docks, like let's do the thing. And it's whenever people talk about like 90s or 80s or early 2000s, there's always that like bleed over. Like when you talk about the 80s, you're really talking about like 1983 to 1993. You know what I mean? So it makes sense that the I can't think what the hell they're called, but whatever, the generation stuff, like it bleeds into one another. So anyways, hey, Hot Fuzz, what's up, dude? P-Dubs, how you doing, man? Adrian, thanks for being here. Plans for the holiday weekend? Dude, we're taking this weekend the heck off, man. Like, as I just said, with the end of the school year and all that, and I'm so proud of my kids. I am so proud of them. I think a lot of parents out there can probably identify with this. I'm so proud of them and like the things they have accomplished and learned how to do and like performances and all that stuff. It's incredible and it's amazing. Why does it all have to happen in like a 2-week span? Why does it have to be like every single night there's a performance or a reading or a play or some sort of award ceremony for like, it's just been nonstop for like 2 to 3 weeks. I'm blessed. I'm fortunate that my kids are doing these things. Don't get me wrong. It is not a complaint. It's just like, could we space it out a little bit? Because my wife and I looked at each other and we're like, hey, it's a holiday weekend. Should we? And we both were like, don't you dare say, go do a thing. Don't you effing dare. I am staying home. I'm going to clean the goddamn garage. I'm not kidding. I'm going to clean the garage and I'm looking forward to it. Old Man Easy. He has been around a long time. That's such a fancy way to say your old man. Hey, God Block, what's up, dude? P-Dubs, we're both in that window. Yeah, I think you and I we've had that talk on Discord before and stuff. You had some for sale. I actually purchased a red and black one. Dude, I wore my red one on a trip when we were in Mexico. Remember when we went that? My family and I, a couple of summers ago, took a very long trip in Mexico. We were down there for like almost 2 months. We were away from home for almost 2 months, if I remember correctly. That's when I got to spend the time in Mexico City. And I wore the red hat, didn't mean to, in the pool, I think like in Cabo, or we were on this island for a while. It was really cool. It's called like Holbox. It was beautiful. And I wore it into like salt water and it was like, so I just wore the heck out of it that trip. And I don't even know if it came home. It got destroyed. I loved that hat, actually. Hope you do too. Snoop, what's up, dude? Trevor! Kids dressed in 90s is hard to hear. Why? Tell me. So that's what's also funny about it, Trevor, is, and my daughter said, she's like, no, that's actually how it went, was she felt like adults were kind of looking at her because they knew it was Spirit Day. And so she said that a couple times she caught adults looking at her and the adult kind of like smiled or was like, hey, so I was trying to figure out if you were wearing this as a 90s costume for the Spirit Day or if you were just happened to be dressed that way today. Because at least we're here, I live in San Francisco and I'm sure like everywhere else in the world, people dress a variety of ways. It is not unusual to see a kid wearing a flannel shirt with like, shout out to the Dick Beldings, by the way. Hopefully Mr. B shows up today. If not, this is Mr. Belding. You guys hear me talk about Mr. Belding quite a bit. He shows up on the streams. His band is called the Dick Beldings. They play a lot of like, basically 90s and 2000s rock. They're in Texas. I know it's a huge state, but if you happen to get a chance to see him, you should go see him, tell him I said hello. And he showed us this shirt and I just thought it was awesome. It's got, can ever, I think it was, what was it called? Mission to Mars or Rescue Mars or Mars Attacks. That's what it was. And I thought it was hilarious. So I bought the shirt. Yeah, would have totally gone grunge for the theme. Yeah, exactly, Brendan. I was like, dude, get out my Nirvana shirt. Let's have some fun, man. Pearl Jam, you know? Margarita's going down so smooth. All right, have a great one, OG Highline. At least it didn't say the 2000s. I would have gotten a Rachel cut from... dude, I have no idea what the 90s dress is, and I was definitely there. Yeah. Try to keep up, old man. I can't, Snoops, you know that. I've fallen and I can't get up. Snoops probably was like, why the hell did he say I've fallen and I can't get up? But again, that's why I love this audience, though, is because the young people are like, that was a weird thing to say. I'm going to stick around and find out why he said that. And the old people are like, that was funny. Haven't heard someone say that in a while. The weekends are a godsend these days. We've been so busy. Dude, I hear it. And like I said, Brandon, I know you're a dad too. I'm fortunate. I'm lucky. I'm proud of my kids. I wish like I could get all the teachers on like a calendar and be like, see, here's the problem. If you have a performance until 9 o'clock every night, is that we're very, very tired. All of us. Yeah. You think we'll get a Thunderbolt style daily for Fantastic Four? Oh, I get your question, Christian. Obviously, doubt we'll get a free Doom torch. Ooh, wouldn't we like one though? Maybe Silver Surfer. So here's the thing, Kristen, is on this account, I actually, well, it's okay. I don't mind. Yeah, it's not ruining the crystal cornucopias because they're so big now. There's so many crystals. I awakened Ghost, but I was able to awaken Ghost because I actually got her from the calendar. So if they're willing to give away 6-star Ghost, they might be willing to give away 6-star Doom. I would love that. That's the kind of thing you often hear me talk about, like the player experience, right? I'm like, I don't care about objective right and wrong. Y'all make the game, whatever. If Doom's too strong, whatever. I think he's fun. I wish he'd come as a 7-star. Fine, whatever, fine. Yeah, that's fine. Just don't call me an idiot, right? Don't treat me like I'm dumb. Because I can tell you think I'm dumb. Don't do that. I don't enjoy that. But what I love is them being like, hey, here's this free thing, man. Here's this free 6-star Doom. Like, I love that. I love when they do this stuff for the player experience. Make it smooth, make it fun. We all know that you're eventually going to get to 7 stars if you're enjoying the game, and your 6-star Doom, you're not going to use them very much, but you're going to have a great time. I mean, I had a great time streaming with Doom the other day. They were looking at it because they appreciated it. Yeah. It was funny as a parent, you know, when your child is like, a lot of adults are looking at me. You're kind of like, what adults? You tell me which one. Who? Was it that weirdo? I know he's weird, you know? And they're like, no. And then they said they were trying to figure out my costume. Like, oh, yeah. Oh, he's not weird, by the way. You're like, oh, you think Mr. So-and-so's weird? We say things. We don't mean them. How is Brennan not a mod? I don't know. That's a hell of a good question, man. Yeah, because sometimes, Brennan, do you want to be a mod? You should be. Here, let's make you a mod. You know what it is I just got to the point where I just don't think about it very much anymore. Mr. B is such a good dude. He's in Dallas. Thank you, OG Highland. He is a good dude. He is a good dude. Who should I rank up? Some say Yelena below to rank 4, Gentle to rank 3, Dark Phoenix to, or OG. Wow, those are some great choices. I think because you seem not sure, right? You're obviously asking the question because you're not sure. Is I'd maybe take one of those champions to rank 3 first. Rank 4 is a big deal, right? Like I think we're coming down a little bit. I said this in a recent video, at least for me. Like I think I now have 6 rank 4s. It's not that I'm not invested in who my next one is. I am very excited about it. It's just now I'm more comfortable with it. Like my first one ever, like I sought out the whole advice from the whole Illuminati. We had a lot of fun with it, but it was felt like such a big deal, like a momentous thing. And not that we're now at a point where like they're no big deal. It's not like a dime a dozen at all. But I feel like there's like less pressure. It's like a fun pressure. It's a self-imposed game pressure, right? It's not like I'm stressed in real life about it. But Yelena and Dark Phoenix, they're so different. I think they're both obviously intended to be defenders in battlegrounds. And so if that's important to you, Dark Phoenix, I think is probably a better attacker though. As far as like even in Battlegrounds, but also just in general questing and things like that. A lot of people have shown her off in like long form stuff like that. So my initial advice is if you're hesitant, go with one of the rank 3s. OG Phoenix and Gentle both have roles in the game for sure. In fact, I'm gonna literally the best champions for Battlegrounds updates coming out tomorrow, and we don't talk about Gentle, but we do talk about Phoenix. Oh come on, I'm not that young. Yeah, snoops. Vega, I went to the mall yesterday with the lady. Ooh, nice, man. Hope you had fun. And spent way too much buying old man clothes. I now have a closet full of Eddie Bauer gray beard coming in fast. You get some cargo shorts and some like hiking boots that you're not actually going to wear hiking. You're just going to wear them around town. Maybe some nice insoles. I can get you a fanny pack too. I can get you a good deal on one. You let me know. Maybe a nice hat to keep the sun off your face. I know what life alert is. Oh, this is going okay. It's been a bit. I can still hear the commercials. There we go. Sure, I'll be a mod. Okay, Gentle or OG Phoenix. I'm more BG's player and trying to push before this season. So I have not. It's funny because I tried to talk about this in the video. I edited it out a lot because I'm trying not to have the videos be too long anymore. I did not use Phoenix this meta. I've been actually particularly bad at this meta. I keep accidentally parrying. If Phoenix if you can get to the point where stunning's fine, I would think Phoenix, because she's going to help you out with Dark Phoenix and she's going to help you out with Sentinel for sure. The thing with Gentle is he's going to help you out with like accidental parries, which I could really use. I just don't have a Gentle. And he's not a bad dual threat. We were actually talking on my Discord server yesterday about like, how do you actually fight this guy with his Unstoppable? And it was pointed out to me that you kind of treat him like you do Hulk, right? With your own relic and stuff like that. So I'm trying psychologically not to be a meta rat, but it feels so wrong. Dude, same here. If you saw my account tour video, I was like, I had these resources. I just had to use them because if I didn't use them, I could tell. I was like, I needed to use something in game. Do you guys reach that point? You're like, okay, I either got to open crystals or I got to rank someone out. It just got to happen. And I was like, I know I shouldn't open my Titans. I've been saving. I have a good reason. I'm literally staring at Onslaught and Deathless Thanos. There's no way I regret ranking up those champions. Just do it. Be a meta rat. It's fine. It's actually good. This is when it's like smart to do it. So I hear you. Jared, yeah, I am, man. When I get sick, I stay sick, but I'm getting better, slowly but surely. Elaine will get banned. Phoenix will get banned if the opponent doesn't have them. But just so you know, too, in case you don't know Fuzz, what are you in, like, Celestial 5 right now, probably? Fuzz is a phenomenal player in general. Really great person, always happy to share knowledge. I've hung out with Fuzz. We spent a whole weekend together. It was fun, man. C5, yeah. And Fuzz is also, like, genuinely one of the best Battlegrounds players in the world. So he speaks from very much firsthand experience. Ari, this Battleground scene, I'm really struggling with Energize with the last day or two. Brennan, so am I a little bit, and I'm doing what I typically do with the back half, or really any meta, is I tend to just not latch onto it really well. I plummet. I got down to Arcane, not Uru, Arcane. They're both yellow-orange. I plummeted down. I kept pairing. I also think I definitely faced some modders. I know Kabam is batting the modders, so I'm not that worried about the modders. That being said, it is really annoying when you face a couple and you're like, I know that score's not possible, man. Like, fuck, you know? Like, it's just very frustrating experience. But a lot of it was my bad play. Like, sometimes people just beat me too. So I'm not just making excuses. I just got my ass handed to me quite a bit. But I made a couple of deck changes, and I don't think I'm going to try to push to get back into Mysterium with the 583 account. I might. We'll see how I'm feeling. Because, and I think that's finally time to play the game here. You guys will see why. I'm going to try to grind on Prime. We'll see. I might hit a ceiling, though. Modders have been worse, right, as match 8. I think they have. I think it's probably people thinking that... I want to be clear. I don't think PC on its own is bringing in modding, as though it's now undetectable. I think what's probably happened is we've got Radiance now, so it's more competitive, right? More people want to push. Additionally, we've had PC, and people think they're going to get away with cheating, so they do. and Kabam catches them, bans them. And so I don't think we now have to, my current thought is, I'm not going to go into next season expecting there to be as many modders as there are now. I think there was a couple of things making modders either want to try modding or people think they're going to get away with it. Kabam's catching them, punishing them, and I think things go back to normal. But that's an additional reason why I'm like, I think I'm just going to be fine with Quantum or wherever I end up in 583 instead of trying to push to Mysterium, because from a time use standpoint, I just don't think it's there for me. I don't understand the enjoyment people get from modding the game. So me neither, Kristen, and I think there's just a lot of us who don't. My sense is it's a similar thing to like people who troll, and not troll to like be kind of funny or like silly or whatever. People troll to like genuinely upset or to lie or just get attention. I think, I don't know. It's just a mindset I don't get either. I don't understand it, but I don't know. Okay, let me go ahead and look through this. What champions? I mean, obviously, I'm not buying this on. Obviously, I'm not buying this on this account. It's a free-to-play account. That's a solid little crystal, but you know, I do often try to grade the deals, although that hasn't really caught on. It hasn't really caught on, so I don't know if I'm going to continue doing that. But yeah, I wouldn't buy these, y'all. Like, it's fine if you want to gamble and stuff, and that's what you're enjoying. But I don't. As far as like if you're going to spend money on the game, unless it's just like, unless $70 is like no big deal to you, I wouldn't. Oh wait, is that a guaranteed for you all? For you Valiants, is this a guaranteed 7-star? I still wouldn't though. I mean, you could pull Super Scroll, or Super Scroll's not available as a 7-star, huh? Still think unless $70 is big, it's all RNG. And then what was the other mail? What is this? Battlegrounds Redemption Arc. Oh, that's just kind of cool. I like when they do this. Implementation's not always easy to do, like, but I think it's a cool idea. Right on. That'll be fun. I'll participate in that. Let me know how you all feel about those. Let's do the crystal opening, actually. So this, I am going to do this as a video because it's going to be part of the Crystal Cornucopia. Just so you guys know what's coming up. We have 2 6-stars. You guys know I'm pumped up on those. But, and this is what I've been talking about, is I realized I'm able to climb. I think I'm going to hit a hard ceiling though at some point in BGs, but I haven't hit it yet. And so by playing BGs, it's a lot of fun, actually. It feels like a classic version of the game for me. But I'm getting my solo Battlegrounds event up too. Look at this. Look at all the 6-star shards I've earned. And then I got this. And this is what I'm talking about, is like on my 583 account, dude, I don't even think about that. Like, I'm just like, yeah, whatever. It's fine. Cool. Like, I'm not upset that it exists, but I'm not playing Battlegrounds for this. But on an account like mine that's level 49 in Thronebreaker, this is huge. Like, this is massive because then it's on top of this. Look at this. This is like, it's, again, it's just perspective. It's the exact same facts. It's just perspective totally changing. Like, holy shit, I got 7-star shards last night for doing this. And this goes all the way through Platinum and then goes into Diamond. Like, it's just like I realize a lot of you are probably like, why is he so like dumbfounded by it? It's just perspective. It's a mode I enjoy. I'm enjoying the climb, and then I'm getting like crazy rewards for this account. So we're gonna open this up. Let's go ahead and start now. I'm gonna start recording. All right, so it's now time for the Nexus Crystal. I'm very pumped on it. This is going to be the Vega Prime account, and it is Friday the 23rd. Yes, I am live streaming because it's fun. People have been showing up for the Prime live streams, but I'll include this in the Crystal Cornucopia, obviously. I went scale. I almost chose Mystic because I was hoping to awaken my Doom or my Purgatory. But I thought about it on this account, when I've got a chance to get Kate Bishop or Kingpin, I've already got Doom, right? If I can get Kingpin or Kate Bishop, that is massive. This is my best chance to get those champions. So I went skill. I know the class is huge, so the chances to get them is still small, but it's my best chance to get them, to isolate them. And I got this from Battlegrounds. Like, it's been crazy. And yes, around here, we spin out Nexus Crystals. So we're hoping for Kate or Kingpin. Damn. I'm going to awaken Falcon. Falcon is a good champion. And the other two, you know, they're fine. They're Night Thrasher's better than Moon Knight. I don't see a world where I'm taking Night Thrasher to SIG 200. The Moon Knight one's tempting because I really love the show and I would hope they maybe buff him. But like, I think on this account, I got to take what I know is that. Yeah, Fuzz and people are saying, yeah, Brennan. Okay. That's not what I was hoping for. But again, like, it's like anything else. You put the odds in your favor as much as you can. And, you know, you do it. I'm not upset about this. Obviously, I wanted Kate or Kingpin. That's the big hope. But I'm aware there's, you know, how many skill champions in that crystal. There's a lot. So the chance of getting them is pretty small. But so it is what it is. But we still have 2 more 6-star shards. And we're going to keep grinding out the BGs until I just hit a hard ceiling where the accounts are just unbeatable. So we'll see. Maybe there might even be another 7-star. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but that's what I'm hoping for. Still obviously hoping for Kingpin or Kate. If they show up here, that's just as good. That's just as good. I love to awaken some of those champions. Now that you know you're this far in the video, you know I awakened Ghost recently, so that's crazy. If we can awaken Nimrod, I would not be upset. I would not be upset. Okay, that's yeah, that's how I feel about her, is that she might as well not be there. So I think that was actually very fitting that Kabam had her literally disappear. All right, let's keep moving on. That was pretty good, Kabam. Like, let's take this back. It no longer exists because you will never use her. All right, come on. Oh, hell yeah. All right, now we just got to get an awakening gem or get him awakened. Like, this is so cool. So pumped up for this. Yeah, I'll take all the Jane Fosters. If you're going to pair them up with Archangels, I'll make that deal every day of the week. All right, we'll move on to the next opening. Dude, that's a huge W. What's up, Matt? Dude. Uh-oh. My drink coaster. Oh, that reminds me. It's time to get Nova's. Nova's gonna have puppies here in a few weeks, and she is very hungry. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for the congratulations. All right, let's jump into this. I'm gonna try to do some BGs. Last night I did a bunch. Okay. Whew. My stop recording and stop streaming buttons are right next to each other, and so I was like, oh shit, did I hit stop streaming? I'm Valiant and don't have Archangel or Hercules or Kate Bishop. Well, hey, well played. That means you're doing really well. I mean, obviously you'd rather have them, but that's a sign that your skill is pretty good. So that's good. Kingpin, defense or attack. If you could let us know what mode you're talking about or something, that'd be really helpful. I wouldn't mind answering your question. Can you read last? Yeah, what's up, Ben? Oh yeah, Karuki. Yeah, that's everyone voted. The vast majority of people voted like spend it on the profile picture, and then we voted for which profile picture, and Fury won, which I was pretty happy about. It was for me. I thought that would be an awesome one. I was really pumped up on it. So I want to be helpful here, user chat, because I can tell you're coming across as a little stressed, but I think that's a part of it's the caps lock. So So in BGs, dude, BGs is a lot about strategy. It's a lot of like your deck construction and your bans. So there's no simple answer on attack or defense, because one of the really cool things about Kingpin is he's very much a dual threat. He can be a stall on defense. He's a pretty large health pool defender. He's also big, but on attack, especially with his shrug, he can be used for like photons and things like that. So there's no direct answer on attack or defense as far as Battlegrounds is concerned. And then I'm not trying to be sarcastic. I'm genuinely trying to be helpful. In story mode, obviously, it's attack. And I don't think that was your question, but just in case it was, I don't know how new to the game you might be or something like that. Thanks, Brandon. Thanks for giving a thoughtful answer there. Question only. I'm Valiant and don't have Archangel. Elijah, do you have a question, bud? I'm sorry, I'm having trouble. Or you might be helping out Triple Chin. In which case, thank you, I appreciate it. Archangel or Weapon X? If you can get your Archangel awakened, the ability to shut off nodes is so incredibly, like, that's why everyone was so happy for me, and you saw me be so happy on that pool. I need to get him awakened, which is why you didn't see me like jumping up and down. And also, I'd kind of forgotten. I honestly had forgotten. That's part of why I'm doing this account, is to help better inform my videos. It's like, again, the experience, like, it's just different. Yeah. So hopefully that's friendly against my no money spent account. You know what, Michael, I appreciate it. I know I've done a lot of talking, a lot of friends shown up and stuff like that. Right, I do need to get into it, and you guys will see why. I would like to, if I can get to Gladiator, I will do it. The rewards for this are just ridiculous for an account like mine, so I'm going to keep playing. If I get to a point though where the accounts just aren't beatable, and I did face an account like that. I think it was last night. I said where like they just had, and they were probably a relatively new player too, but they had a bunch of 7-star rank ones, and like, there's just nothing I could do about it. There just wasn't. And so if I start facing that a lot, I definitely won't continue to stream it. I don't think. Anyways, we'll see. But I'll also, realize it's not good time well spent. So we're definitely gonna get rid of the Fury. See, I hate having to ban these two champions, but I think that's the way to go. Like, depending on how this draft goes, I may actually have an advantage over this account. I think my account is wider than theirs is, but their account is maybe a little taller. We'll see. Sometimes I forget exactly where I'm at. Crossbones. I don't love any of these next pick. Go there with stealthy. Last night I took out it was either a highly ranked 6-star thing or it was this low ranked 7-star. It took like a lot of time, but we got it down with crossbones. That was a lot of fun. Okay, and so this is where I'm definitely getting an advantage. I've definitely got a massive advantage right now. Not only because those are two of my more highly ranked characters in Nefaria and Dust, but they are both characters that if you're not aware of their kit, they're going to mess you up. Shoot. So I naturally want to take E, but that Nightcrawler, if they place Nightcrawler on defense, I've got nothing for him, so I'm gonna take Ghost. Okay, and so this is another moment. I'm going to take Maw because I finally put some ISO into Maw to try to help with this grind. So I should click on Maw. But until I did that, I just literally put ISO in him this morning for this, like this stream, but also for this grind, is I I had been taking NTW. I felt a little cheap about it, just being fully forthright. But so few people know how to fight her. And even I don't. If I don't have a tech, I'm in trouble. That she would often get me kills against champions that were much highly ranked or even 7 stars. So we're gonna go. Yeah, I think we're gonna use Nimrod here. All right. Okay. The first one's always a big one too. My phone, my game. Let me know if you all been having this too. My I don't know if you guys could see. There was like a little bit of a lag as dust dove in. I am finding that sort of thing happening more and more, and not just dust. And it's a little disconcerting for a variety of reasons. The biggest of which is I have like I believe I have the latest iPhone. She's shock immune. I totally forgot. This phone, my streaming phone, is not, but my phone that I take around and normally play the game on is the like iPhone Max Pro, the whole thing. I have a bunch of storage available. I obviously, because I do YouTube, record a ton of my fights just in case something cool happens. I can use it in videos. But as soon as I'm aware they're not going to work, I delete them. And then I even go and I do like permanent deletion. So it's not like my phone memory is all used up. So I'm a little not happy about that. As I talk a lot about the game experience for players, the player experience. That is not a good one. And also, there's nothing I can do about it. It's not like, well, if I just spent more money and went and bought a better phone, it would get smoother. So I don't like it from the player experience standpoint. I also don't like it personally, like on a selfish, self-centered standpoint either. So I'm curious what you guys have to say. I need to pay attention to this. Okay. So once I remembered or realized that Dust was shock immune, I really needed to focus on that and get a decent result. The first match I have found to be, I can usually learn a lot about my opponent's like general game knowledge and how the rest of the match is going to go. So, I mean, there's a chance they just quit out. There's a chance they disconnected. I'm not making an assumption about their game knowledge, but I can usually get an idea on how the rest of the match is going to go. And that's an example of, like, I literally just got crazy rewards for this account. Like, ridiculous. Hey, Mr. B, what's up, dude? You didn't know you were streaming? I am, man. And I'm glad you're here. Triple Chin, CGR. And hey, bud, I can see people in the chat. And, like, I want to be helpful, buddy, because I have a feeling you just don't know. And that's okay, man. Like we were talking about, like, I don't know all the cool young people's terms. I just don't know. It doesn't make me dumb. I just don't know. So no offense is intended in this. Chill with the all caps. It's just a thing that it's going to like start to irritate folks, buddy. And I don't want that for you. Okay, and y'all are answering the other questions. Appreciate it. A lot of smart people in the chat. So you can take their answers for pretty good. They're kind of saying what I would have said. All right, so are you all not having the kind of like lag stuff? If you don't, that's great. That'd be great to hear. Side quests, objective milestones on Wednesday as a generic Awakening gym. Is it? I wonder if it is for my progression title. So that's the downside to this, is I'm not progressing the progression title, which is holding me back from like a better store and better crystals. But I think like to get 7-star shards, dude, I think this is well worth it. I don't love the spinning wheel. Okay, at least I'm getting time for this. Okay, I don't think this is gonna go so good. Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good. Okay, I mean, he's gotta go. Although this is another example of this account is tall, not wide. So the draft's gonna make a massive difference. Like if they had their best and I had my best, I think they have a big advantage. But we'll see. It ain't over till it ain't over till Kingpin sings. How about our newly awakened Falcon? Actually, I should take Shuri. Because of her non-contact attacks, that can really cause problems. And so maybe I place her on defense or something. Yeah, I think that's a great idea, Matt. Thank you. I'm going to check it afterwards. Lee Boy, dude, thank you very much. I love how that's caught on the MCoC YouTuber. You all have no idea how much... I mean, I haven't checked in with everybody, but I know the MCU YouTubers really appreciate that. That is really cool that you all are doing it. Thank you. I got all my good champions in one draft. We'll get you up on the board here in just a minute, Lee. In fact, let's just do it now. I don't want to forget. Actually... Oh, geez, I'm getting lucky. Thank you very much. Hey, Sim, what's up, dude? See my nephews. Congratulations to you and your family, bud. It's a big deal. Hope you have a great time. America. It feels really weird to have an underpowered America that's not awakened after playing one that's like at a high sig with the rank 4 like relic and the whole like my relic. If short of being rank 4, my America is about as here's a term that you all probably don't hear too. My America is about as pimped out as it gets. And so this under-leveled one just doesn't hold up. Just doesn't hold up quite the same. Can Valk be good on defense? Yeah, she can cause some problems, right? At a high sig, I think it is. Like, this is an example of things I have not faced in forever. And so, like, my recollection's not super strong. But you say that, and I'm like, no, I think there's been times where Valkyrie, because of, like, the node, or you can kind of use her to trap people, is my memory. Did I watch the Final Reckoning? No, I didn't. And in fact, I'll be honest, I'm not totally sure I know what that is. Is that a movie or a TV show? I'm just going to kind of control power. I wasn't paying a ton of attention to my... to anything, apparently. To my opponent's matchup. I just kind of want to see how this goes. In fact, if I could keep him from... No, he threw it. Yeah, if we can just do this for a while, just kind of try to control the power, I think that's the way to go. If I knew my opponent's matchup on the other side, I might do this a little differently. Yeah, that is not the America I know. This is a very different champion. Let's try to hold. That was bad. That was not good. For those of you who are unaware, getting hit in the face with a heavy is bad. We can still do this. We can still do this. I think that, let's see. Nice. Wong, hold down the fort. Oh yeah, and they were talking about the 5-star unawakened Gallon, so that's not really a shock. Okay, cool. I do have a single point in Mystic Dispersion. My current plan is to build out Mystic Dispersion with every single mastery point I get from here. I think we're gonna play Shuri now. If this ends up being a bit of a throw round, I'm okay with it. But I think Shuri's gonna cause some problems. Yeah. Okay, so now we've got a Tuma. We're gonna go with our girl Chi. Yeah, because they've got to place first next, so I'll be able to make a decision on what to do with my Doom. And this Atuma's not awakened. Obviously, we're getting crushed by the star variety, the 7-star versus 5, but it's fine. Oh no, I made a bad... There was a weird lag, but I had already made a bad decision. That wasn't the lag, that was me. I went to punish with my heavy to refresh the bleeds, and I held it way too long because I was worried about the power. That was completely me. That was not the game. All right, let's see if we can get back in this though. Come on. We got time. An accidental striker is not going to help. I'm just trying to build to my 3rd bar of power. Like, damn it. Well, at least it wasn't. At least I wasn't winning, anyways. When do I next live stream? My current schedule is Wednesdays and Fridays. As we head into summer, I'm not going to guarantee I'll be able to do every Wednesday and Friday. Kids on vacation, summer vacations, that sort of thing. But that's what's been working out really well, and it is my schedule. Like, that's my intention, is to continue to do that. I think they're just laughing because we both placed Doom. Or maybe they know something I don't. I appreciate you all answering those questions, guys. Thank you. But you need to focus up and play this one a little better. I'm gonna restart my phone after this one. Yeah, we're gonna restart and clean the phone. I think we'll be fine, yeah. See. Yeah. Snoops, thanks, buddy. GG's. Does that look like GG's to you? I've been told that that's supposed to get across the idea of like good game. You know, to me it looks like I beat you, but we're all different, and it's the only emoji I have that's even close to like GG's. Like I said, I'm gonna reset this really quick, and I'm going to try to clean off my phone. It does not feel smooth to me at all. In fact, it even looks a little jittery to me. We'll see. What's up, Sober? How you doing, bud? Thanks for being here. I have the worst luck. Got 2 7-star or guillotine 20 star. Yeah, that's not great, man. Brennan's right. Gilly 29 actually can be very helpful for an account. I started ranking the 6-star on this account here, but I quickly transitioned to Nimrod and Ghost because I do think that they're like more widely usable champions. And because Gilly's also available as a 7-star, as you unfortunately know. So I hear you, bud. I hear you. It's like when I pulled Ma. Like, Ma's not a bad champion at all, but that's not what I wanted, you know? Gilly 2099, though, like, she's a very good champion. She's one of the ones where, like, I'm really glad we have the configurability, it's a hard word to say, on the tier list that the spreadsheet wizards built. Like, they just literally just built it. Because I think she's, if I remember correctly, she's one where, like, when we remove war and battlegrounds and you just do general, she shoots up the rankings, and it is accurate. Like, she's incredibly powerful. And you don't need to be MSD level. Yeah, MSD shows her doing amazing things, and he takes her to like her absolute ceiling, but you don't have to be as good as him to get good results. Like, I used her in Necropolis and got great results. I used her for that really tough, EOP style. I don't think we're winning this one. What do you all think? I'm gonna let them just destroy me. In fact, I'm not even gonna take away their best champions. We'll take away their lowest ranked. And then if we run into 2 more of these in a row, we'll all move on to questing. The reason why I'm not just quitting out is because I am interested in my solo event score, and because I want those rewards. And my understanding is I need to finish the match to progress. I still get like 2,000 points or something like that. Hey, Kurt, what's up, man? Loving the price. Thank you very much, dude. I'm having... I likened it the other day to, I hadn't really thought of it this way, but I was streaming. So I was comparing, trying to like think of analogies for why this is so fun for me. I mean, I actually think this is fun. I think the game is fun. But I am also very aware that I'm going through it with the knowledge of an advanced player. And I think that is adding into it. And so for me, it's kind of like the last video game I ever played seriously, like I do MCoC, was actually World of Warcraft. And I had stopped playing by the time this came out. But they ended up doing a World of Warcraft Classic, I think is what they called it. And so it was basically like just the very first version, which is what I came up playing. And it kind of coincided with me retiring from that game. And it did feel more like a retirement as opposed to I'm just not playing the game anymore. Like in the basic WoW, I was on my server, we were probably the second best alliance. We had even cleared the, what was like the farthest, they're not called dungeons. What were they called? I can't remember what WoW called them. But we had beaten like the first one or two bosses, and only like one alliance had gone slightly farther than us on that one. So I think that's what this feels like to me, is like, it feels like a more basic form of the game. And I get to go through it with my knowledge again. And like questions like it was asked here a few minutes ago is, can Valkyrie be used on defense? I was like, you know what? I think she can. Like, I think like 2 years ago, I was hosting a VBC tournament and someone placed Valk on defense. It was like a smart call. Like, so just stuff like that. You just haven't thought of in forever. And to be able to go through this with knowledge, you know, like I did the video on like how to succeed and telling people like, do not spend your units on anything besides masteries. Do not do it. And I pointed out the crystals, be like, do not buy these. They're bad for you. The drop rates are terrible. Also, you're mainly going to get 4 stars, and you're going to get, if you're enjoying the game and playing it, you're going to get beyond 4 stars so fast. So basically, you are literally wasting your units on this, you know? Holy Mistress. Yeah, it's going to happen, Snoops. It's going to happen, bud. I originally took this fist pump while you're going back and see it being user too. I really want the spider pump GGs too. So I don't know if you guys know the Green Goblin. I can't say that they hadn't already thought of it, but I gave that idea, and then a few months later it did come out. So I really want to use that. I've just been told that it's often used as a sarcastic get good, and I'm like, that's the last thing I'm trying to tell people. And saying GGs. I use it when I lose. I use it, but they don't know that. You know, they don't know that I just can. So I've gone back to the cap salute, which I have also been told can be used sarcastically. But I mean, what are you gonna do? I know I mean it as like a GGs. It was fun. Hey, what's up, Kazuri? Let's give it a go. Dude, I got nothing for that serpent. I basically just have to either hope they don't get serpent or yeah. Okay. What? This is why you play the game, right? I try not to be a jerk. Yeah, exactly, man. Same here. Crazy. Hey, what's up, Crazy Canuck? Friday afternoon stream. This is starting to be a regular destination. You got it, buddy. Thanks for being there, man. Thanks for hanging out. Wednesdays and Fridays, man. Wednesdays and Fridays. Shoot, I want to pick my Nimrod, but I mean, I kind of have to. And then we'll see if I can NTW trap him a little bit. Trolls will find it. Yeah, that's basically what's gotten explained to me every single time. Is they're like, you just got to do you. Trolls will do toxic stuff. It sucks if some people find it toxic, but like, I will say, I've been honest. I've been playing very poorly on 583. This meta and me just don't. We're not friends, and couple of people have like gone to like the Loki emote, and they've gone to like it to the level where you're like, are you having a stroke? Like, are you okay? I'm like, I can't believe how quickly you're able to press that button on and off. And I still capsulate them because I don't know. I think part of it's because I do have that creator tag and I have a channel and stuff. And it was kind of cool though, because normally it's like, that was weird, move on. One person actually like stopped and like 2 seconds later capsulated back. And I was like, cool, maybe, I don't know, not gonna overthink it, but I did think that was cool. I think I'm donezo's here anyway, so might as well pick Deadpool and have some fun. I hate when they spam me. I just don't like it because like it's visually like it's like a flashing light. Like I whatever. If people are happy, and like if they're that happy they beat me, like that's kind of cool. Because I'm like, all right, cool, man. Like beating me in something's a really big deal. That's awesome. You know. I understand why it fully bothers other people though. Trust me, I fully get it. Yeah. Just turn your emotes off. See that? Yeah. Honestly, it doesn't bother me. I totally get why it bothers other people. And I think part of why it doesn't bother me is because I do cover the game for YouTube and like, I don't know. It just doesn't. 6 stars so worth thinking. I'm in Act 9 and have 2 rank 2s. Rank 2 7 stars? Yeah. And Kruki, I do a series of videos on the best champions to rank up for that. Like we're trying to hit that exact scenario. If you're looking for like a shorthand on it, it would be the champions like Scorpion here. Yeah. I gotta focus a little bit on what I'm doing, especially against the Doom. Uh-oh, this may have been too much. Throw it, dude, throw it! Damn it. I didn't mean throw your SP3, I meant throw your SP2. This is my own fault. I think this is winnable too. I think I saw them go into their matchup with Kingpin against an NTW. This is totally my fault. This was winnable. I got greedy. I got lucky too. I got really lucky. Really lucky. There was no reason to get greedy like that. Sorry about that, guys. I'll get back to that question in a second. I think I got a potentially winnable one here. I should not have. Well, I didn't know they were going to use Kingpin for that NTW. I could have held on to Scorpion for that Sassy or that Rintra because they're both going to be problems, or that America potentially. Although that America's a 5-star, I think. Oh, and so is the Rintra. Okay. I think I'm throwing this round. I may regret this. I'm just gonna try to stay alive, basically. And hope for a really bad result on the other side. Forgot that my wrench was not awakened. So I'm not really sticking by my whole stay alive plan very well. Shoot. Again, got greedy. You know how hard it is to do a fight for 2 minutes and not get greedy? It is very difficult for me. Thanks, Ace. What's up, buddy? Thanks for being here, bud. Let's see. We're starting to face accounts that... Yeah. See, I wish I had just like a solid, very clear... Like, what's the one where like the arms are like locked? I think that's so clearly like... That was fun, you know? Good job or something. What was the question? It was we had a question that I was starting to answer. Oh, yeah. So in my opinion, 6 stars still are worth ranking. If you're already in Act 9 and you're doing that well without them, rank for need. Right? Rank for need. Like if you really love Battlegrounds and if someone's going to help you, rank them for that. A quest comes out and you really need a 6 star for that, rank them. But I would wait. It's hard to do, man, because I know it's fun to rank up champions, but wait until like the resources are expiring or until you need those champions for something. And then I would, the default like metric, you want to call it, is are they available as a 7 star? And if they're not, then I think that gives you a little more comfort in ranking the 6 star. Or like, I think I've done a version of the video since this Heart of Fire event is like on this account, if I pull Tigra or Nick Fury, I'm still going to rank them because I ain't buying the crystals that would get me Nick Fury anyway. So yeah, technically they're available as a 7 star, but they're not for me. So like, if you're just looking for like a quick metric, what are NTW's defenses? She's got non-contact attacks, and then she's got an evade that I think tech champions immediately turn off. And then I think other champions have to knock her down with a heavy, either any knockdown or knock her down with a heavy. Ninja could work, don't give up. Yeah, I didn't play it the best, but you're right about the tankiness and all that stuff. I'm going to keep going with this. Like, you guys are seeing why I'm playing. It's a lot of fun, too. I just maxed out 6 star Yelena so far, doing well. She's so fun. I think she goes. Hey, Ace, what are you in? Are you in C6 right now? I think the last time I saw you, you were well into Celestial. I don't think I've caught a stream in a day or two, though. And it's funny because it's already uploaded. This is like the 3rd time this video's come out. The best champions for Battlegrounds is already uploaded. It'll be out in the morning tomorrow. And of course, we cover Yelena being one of the new champions. And I specifically said, I was like, I don't know. Just so you guys know, we have her as a 9 to start off with, a 9 out of 10 as a defender. She does have the offensive use emoji. I think there's some uses if you have her awaken, maybe. I don't know. But I specifically called out, because I don't think I edited this part. I was like, we're even seeing 6 star Ascendeds in Celestial level play. That's rare. And so I think that's a sign that she's at least a force. Should have paid a little more attention. Let's get rid of the Herc the Jerk. Just that say C6 scores are way up and still so. Yeah, and there's a bunch of modders too. I know, Ace. Is it bullshit for me to reroll? I don't think it is. Okay, much better. People are probably like, did this asshole really just reroll on me? And yes, I did. Was there a Jugs? Did I miss a Jugs, Snoops? What is wrong with me, man? What is wrong with me? I think we keep Shuri in the non-contact attacks, and What's the deal with him? His reversal, does it knock him down? Can't remember how to turn off his reversal. I see him so infrequently. And that's what I get for taking Shuri for defense that early when my Maw's gonna show up. Old Man Easy, again, this is again the, like I'm playing MCoC Classic. I thought it was Rintra's awakened ability though that gives him the heal on the root. Because I hear you, that's what I started doing, is I just kept hitting and hitting and hitting, but then I took a bunch of damage from Sassy specials. But again, it's been forever since I've played Rintra. Alright. I feel a little badly about this, but we're going for the win on this round. Ooh, they know what they're doing. I love it. I love it. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, dude. I even knocked you down with this freaking special. You're like literally on fire. I don't know how that would make you go passive. All right, cool, cool, cool. This is fun. Come on, dude. Great time for my phone to start ringing. I have to see what this was. That's weird. I think we're good. My opponent had a bad fight, right? Yeah, I think that's what I saw. Yeah, Deadpool. Oh, that's shady as heck. I'll explain in a minute. I got a phone call. It ended up being literally just like telemarketing type stuff, but they were able to get around the thing that tells you it's a spam call. Let's do this fight. I knew that guy in his stupid reversal. just couldn't remember what causes it. I should have SB1 there. I have so badly mismanaged this fight. I do not deserve to win. I just wanted to skip around with my Deadpool. Let's see if it's enough. Should have just done the basic SB2, SB1, or thrown the... Yeah, I don't deserve to win. I'm glad I didn't. Or thrown the SB1 when I had the 10 charges. That would have been much better. I'm going to read what Ace is writing about Elena after this match. It would be a shame to lose this one. This was a winnable one. And I think it'd be a shame to lose it after the phone call and all that. All right, here we go. That was better. We're on pace. And I've seen it twice already this stream how being greedy has cost me, so I'm not gonna force this. If my opponent has some like great fight, then so be it. Although I should have thrown a special there. Alright, that should do it. Let's see if it's enough. Nice. Okay. I don't remember how highly ranked their Diablo was. I think it was a rank 3. So I think we had kind of similar things going on there. Yeah. Whew. Shang-Chi, like this is where we're at. Old man easy. Who was their other option? That's a big, like, again, I cannot emphasize enough. Like, look at the rewards I'm about to get for this. As Captain Judah shows up, it's like, why is Vega so excited about 1,500 S7 star stars? I'm on my free-to-play account, it's level 49. Like, this is wild. Like, the rewards that I'm getting. Because not only do you get them for, like, the climbing through the ladder, but from Super Daily event itself is wild. But then, like, look, like, I'm going to do everything I can to finish off this full event. I'll be able to open up a whole nother 7-star crystal. This is wild. That's so cool. All right, there was a couple things I wanted to talk about. Ace, so you think I just maxed out Elena? I know you wrote another thing. I think once people learn her, she won't end up being that bad, but she's still so new it's problematic. Once she gets widespread, just be kind of a staller, which is all you need. So yeah, like that's good to know. And if for those who don't know Ace is a phenomenal Battlegrounds player and does live streams free to play. Check him out for sure. I got to know him while we were at 4BGs together, the Alliance at Abdo leads. And that feels good because that was kind of my, again, it's already recorded, so I'm not making shit up. That was kind of my analysis. Like, I think she's got a lot of stall mechanics in there. If you mess up though, or if you try to hurry, she could end you. She's got those like double modes with the elimination, right? And that's where things become problematic. The Daunted's going to be helpful. That's the one thing with the two defenders they added this month in Yelena and in Dark Phoenix is they both already have like somewhere between soft and hard counters in people's decks. Like Yelena with the Daunted mechanics, right? And Dark Phoenix with the Fate Seal or with the I can't think of the atrophy of what's her name, Shathra. So I do like that. I think that's fine. It also feels clear that Kabam is like, we're gonna keep giving you defenders. That message we wrote like a year ago, just pretend that never existed. Kabam Mike wrote that. we got rid of that guy. And so that's fine. That's fine. What I do think it's doing, and I referenced this in the video. I was like, stop by a stream to talk about it. And I'm curious because we have so many high tier Battlegrounds players, like Judas here, like so many people, right? I'm not even gonna name Fusion. I don't know if Fuzz is still around. I know Old Man Easy is phenomenal at the game. Brennan. So are you guys enjoying that? Because I think one of the things that's happened is, you know, like we even moved like Weapon X, Wolverine Weapon X down a point. He moved down from a 10 to a 9. So this isn't like massive. I still think he has a defensive threat, but so many of you know how to fight him really well. So unless he stutter steps and catches you on the intercept, you're going to defeat him, right? And then turn around and use him offensively, which I love to do. I use him for bullseyes. He's my bullseye binky, basically. But like with all these champions like Deathless Thanos, Serpent, Yelena, Dark Phoenix, that either have an immunity or a resistance or a safeguard or a protection or an immortality, for a champion to be like a default awesome attacker, for me to advise people, rank them up, feel good, they're in your deck more often than not. I feel like they've gotten to the point where it's like they almost need to be Juggernaut. They need to be, if Kate Bishop was a 7-star, they need to be Red Guardian, who I have this showcase coming out on Sunday, because he's so versatile, or he's so dominant on the champions you can nuke that you can feel good about him as like a 10 or a 9. Again, arbitrary scoring, or not arbitrary, but I realize, it's my system scoring, maybe not yours. So I'm curious if you guys agree with that's happening, because decks are still only 30 champions, and there's more and more defenders. As a result, I think it's putting a premium on your attackers that can cover a wide swath. Just curious, you guys' thoughts on that? What's up? I think I said hello to Captain Judo. What's up, bud? Can I read last? Yeah, bud. Rookie, also, dude, the last one I'm seeing is what are NTW's defensive abilities? She's got that evade that I think all tech champions take down like the first time they hit her, I believe, and then her non-contact attack. So most champions can't parry her. So if you're not prepared for that, also I think if she's awakened, she starts with a power gain, which can get pretty high. I think it's like almost a full bar at some point. She's not like an amazing defender. I just think she's worthy of considering maybe as a dual threat. I've gotten trapped by other players before. Don't feel badly. Just, I know it's easier to write, can you read last? But don't feel badly copy and pasting your question. I don't get upset when people ask the same question if I haven't read it. It's not spamming. It's just, obviously I didn't see it. It's all good. And what you did is fine too, man. Is Mordo better for doing her attack this season? I could be wrong. I don't think he's amazing for either. I think he's just Mordo. But see what the chat's saying. I don't have him in my deck, and I haven't faced any. So anything I say would be pure speculation. No one talking about Spider-Woman and Jean. I just did my account tour, kind of tried to time it as like July 4th prep. Because you know the Titan turnover, and then we just had all these sales and all this stuff, so I wanted people to kind of know where I'm at. And in doing the analysis on it, because I wanted to know what I was talking about, not just stream of conscious in the video. I think she's my number 2 or 3 most wanted in the Titan now. Just the way the game's going with Yelena and the Daunted. I really like Jean, and I started trying to move away from saying this designer or DLL this or whatever. But I think this one is particularly okay to say, because I've moved away for a variety of reasons. It's kind of like, this is the Vega channel. Like, I can shout out the Illuminati and stuff, but like, stay in my lane sort of thing. Is like, stick with my thoughts, basically, because I know what I'm going to do. And, you know, if I mess up, I can say, I'm sorry. If I do this and whatever, it doesn't matter. You guys get the point. Is one of the things with DLL champions is I think because he knows the game so well and he plays it so like at such a high level, I have found by and large, now the Patriots the outlier, okay, admittedly so, that his champions age very, very well. I think they come in with like, typically they come in with like obvious uses, and then they age really well. And I imagine that's just, one, he's obviously very good at what he does, but also I think that's because he just knows the game. He's playing it like every day, like as much as we are, right? Or maybe not as much as we are these days with designing, and so when I remember when Jean came out, I habitually, I used to say, well, it's a DLL champion, so you know they're going to age well. And a couple of viewers called me out on it, and they're like, hey, look, we know it's your buddy, but like, and I was like, you know what? They're right. Like, they are right. Like, I'm trying to present an objective channel, my opinions, my thoughts. I'm trying to counteract the balance, but verbally it sounds like I'm very biased. And so I took that and kind of took it as advice and how can I work that into my channel. But I do think without bias, I can say that historically there's a strong pattern with his champions of the champion like almost growing in relevance. Or coming in with a strong one and then staying. And so like that's a big thing for me with Jean. In fact, if it wasn't for Bastion being a suave looking old man, a guy, I believe the kids call it Riz. I want him for that reason. He's also great. I do think that Zola and Jean Grey may get as much play from me as far as like relatively high tier battlegrounds and things like that. So for me, they're like a group of 3 I really want. And Spider-Woman, I see Spider-Woman being shouted out too. I really want Spider-Woman. Got her on. Brennan, thanks for being here, bud. Have a great time with the fam, bud. Yelena's the problem if you don't have Dexter SB1. That's good. See, I will say I really like that kind of defender, right? Like, again, this is where I'm not going to talk about designers. I'm talking about champions. I don't like Serpent as a defender. I just don't. I think that's too much. I think you can play really well. You're gonna die. Like, if you don't have a pretty hard counter, you're going to die. It's not that you won't come out with like a great fight or you'll get a bad battleground score. It's literally like you're dead. And so I tend to like as a simple metric, I tend to like champions that are more, or defenders that are more on like a hard counter or a soft counter is going to help you do a lot better. But without them, you can still live. And maybe you guys can tell me, are there other, I don't think there are other champions. Ooh. I don't think there are other champions or defenders like that in the game. Please correct, because I'm just saying this off the top of my head. If you could think of other defenders that are like, you die. You either have a great counter or you're dead. I can't. I'm trying to pay attention to what I'm doing and not at the same time. And I can't. I'm not talking about like Maw and a champion with guaranteed crits. Yes, you objectively took in a bad counter. That's not what I'm saying. What's up, Zemo? Thanks for being here, dude. I'm not focused at all. I brought up a topic and then people roll over this Kindred. I had hoped I'd get a little more out of them. Maybe we can get something out of Guardian. I don't know if I want Zola because of him. I think Zola is still a really good defender, and Zola, especially if you can get him awakened, is a great attacker. I know a variety of channels have shown that. I think like MSD has shown that. If you're looking for like a new channel that you maybe don't know, or maybe you do know, and is check out Grass. I think it's MCoC Grass or Grass MCoC. Really, really cool channel, really smart player, and has been putting out some really cool Zola content lately. Really, really cool. Like I genuinely, I'll call it because I'm being serious. I don't want to have like an overly long discussion about it. I do feel a little odd. Like I get that they're just comic book characters. I do feel a little bit like it's a Nazi. There's a little small part of it. Like I love Red Skull, and at the same time, I'm like, but once I can kind of get over that and be like, dude, it's a comic book character, it's a video game, relax. Zola is pretty awesome, dude. I actually really want a Zola. They're very fun to play, very powerful. We should pull 7-star Venom for Paragon so you get. Oh, he's very good, man. Keep an eye out for some shorts on my channel. Y'all, I see people are enjoying the shorts. The meta's helping because you get the 40% Fury with the bleed. But no joke, taking out Enchantresses and future Ant-Mans in like 30 seconds. He's pretty bonkers, man. He's pretty bonkers. All right, let me focus up a little bit and we'll get on that. I see a disagreement, and I love the disagree comments. This is an angry thing. Why are you so angry, man? What happened to you? He must not get enough time in the Fantastic Four movie. He's pissed off. I actually did not want this. That's actually not good. I was hoping to get him rock stacks down. Before I went into this. This is not good. Because now... Alright. I was hoping just by a super simple playstyle I'd get this down. I don't know if that's going to happen. I don't want to go super aggressive now. I'm not sure we need to finish him off. Let's see. Okay. I think I said it in the stream. If not, I definitely did in the last one. Dust is one of those defenders where I do feel a little badly because I think people just don't know. They're newer players maybe, or they just don't play nearly as much as I do, obviously. And so they just don't know. She's a bit of a cheat code defender for me, but such is life. Ma can be another one. Okay, I was really hoping they would use their onslaught because I saw that I actually could have an onslaught problem in the next round if I don't win this. We'll finish this one, then we'll get back to the chat here in a minute. Like that, I don't know if you guys saw it, but again, there's just like a little lag on the run-in. That kind of stuff is just happening so much. And my greed comes to hit me again. I was just so excited to finally attack with my null. He's my planned first rank 2. And of course I butcher it. Yes, pun intended. Did you like that? I think we're still gonna win. I think we'll be fine. Yeah. I respectfully disagree, Vega. Champ canceling Masters is a cancerous design decision. Can you tell me what part you're disagreeing with? I'm curious. Like, I know we're going back in the chat quite a bit. And I like, you're talking about like our masteries and stuff. I want to be honest. I love when people say it. I want to be honest. It's just such it's a habitual thing to say. Like, we don't think about it, or unconscious or subconscious. Is like, normally I lie to you, but in this case, I'm going to be honest. Is my feelings on that are like, I don't have a strong feeling. Like, I listen to the people who are like, dude, don't do it. This pisses me off. And then I'll listen to other people like, no, I'm fine with it, and we can skill around. Or, of course, I'll listen to Kabam, and they're like, design decisions and design space and in their various answers. And I'm always like, yeah, that all makes sense to me. Like, it all does. Like, I'm like, yeah, I agree with literally everyone. Like, and for me, I kind of file that under Kabam and the player experience, where I'm like, you obviously can't make a face roll game. It's too easy. People won't like it. We want the game to be relatively challenging. It's how Kabam decides how they're going to try to make it challenging and like how challenging. And they're not going to hit everything, right? They're not going to please every player every time. And trust me, I'm not saying, oh, you want to please every player every time. No, that's not. I hate when people do that shit. Don't do that shit. What I'm saying is like, if we're still playing, even though we don't like that, then it feels like it probably was okay, but it is definitely one of the things that feels like it's crossed the line. And if you do that too many times, your players are going to walk away. So for me, I think I just take a different look at it, and I definitely don't think you're wrong. It's not a wrong, like, yeah. And I'm never going to try to tell you, well, it's okay. I'm never going to say that either. Thanks, Oscar. Thanks for being here, bud. I don't know if I want Zola because of Phoenix. I think we talked about that. I was like, no, Zola's really good on offense too. Phoenix is just one champion. I think Judah's answering another question. Thanks, Judah. And then here we go. So I just said hi to Zemo. Honestly, that's what I don't like about these new defenders. You need hard counters and makes every season of BG's draft dependent. And if you get a bad draft, you lose, regardless how skilled you are. So I think, Judah, I do think a lot of that is the level you play. Again, if folks don't know Judah, really fun channel, celestial level Battlegrounds player, very high skill. This is something I don't talk about it in my BG's videos, because again, like I know that those shouldn't be too long, and I'm working to edit them down more and more and more. Like this next one, I think is only 15 minutes long. So I still want information to get out and people to be able to know my thoughts on the new champions and meta shifts. It's more like save this for streams. Is, that tier list, I don't think it's helping Judah, right? Like Judah might watch it to be like, oh, it's interesting what other people think, or I'm going to give my opinion and be helpful, or I don't know, whatever, entertainment value. But it's more for like quantum down, or for people. I mean, I've had people say like, hey, I've started watching your videos 6 months ago. I started ranking up these champions, and now I'm in Mysterium. That's not unusual to hear. And what I mean by that is, at Celestial, man, all your decks look pretty much the same. Like, there's an outlier here or there. And if that champion does well, then the rest of you either rank them up or ban them. And that's not a put down. It's, I think the skill sets are so similar, and it's razor thin. You know, that's why, like, Barrowman doesn't win every tournament. Andy doesn't win every tournament. Like, Judah beats Andy and no one's shocked. Like, it's just like the skill is so similar, right, in the same tier. And so I think that, like, you know, your Quantum, your Mysterium level players, and I think this is why you guys call them Mysterium Demons, because they actually are really good players. Like, when I'm in Mysterium, I'm playing pretty well. I'm just nowhere near as consistent. But then you match us, and our decks don't look the same. They look different. And so I think I think part of it is that we'll have a defender that you guys are like, shit, I don't have an answer for this in my deck. What do I do? You know, and sometimes if RNG goes our way, then all of a sudden we're able to take a win from a Celestial player. I don't know. And I can see why you don't like it. It's an attitude I kind of started developing. It's been a while. You guys have seen it develop on my channel, where, like, I'm still going to be as competitive as I can in Battlegrounds. I need to make sure it fits into my life and my channel. My channel is a big deal for me now. You can see it, this free-to-play account and the Alliance and all that. Is I'm like, I'm not going to go out and buy all the new champions. Like, I'm not going to do it. Like, and I know I need to do that to compete in Celestial. We got people like Ace Fusion here who don't, and he's earned that skill, but I do. And I'm like, I don't want to do that. Listen, I want to play the game. I'm going to wait for the Titan. I don't have a Koye. I don't have Gentle. I don't have Zola. You know, so yeah, I think it's just whether you're enjoying it or not. It's clearly where the game's going. Like, I don't think no one would be able to convince me that the game is not putting out more and more tough defenders. Like, I just would not. That I'm like, no, I think you're wrong. You know, hey Joey, what's up, dude? Thanks for being here. I think canceling Masteries isn't challenging. It's like Dungeons & Dragons use rigged dice in D&D. Masteries are the pillar of interaction in the game. Habits goes further if needed. So again, like, I do not disagree with you. I definitely don't think you're wrong. I'm trying to think of how to say this without like still respecting my NDA. Is there are often, it's not often anymore. There are times in CCP server where I give feedback, and I can understand how a rational reader of the feedback would be like, Vega, you're accusing them of some pretty underhanded stuff. And I will often say, and I think people have gotten to know me, and so they realize, or they accept that. They don't realize, because I don't make it, they were rational to begin with. This isn't their fault. They were rational. But they've gotten to know me, and so they understand, or they recognize that I'm not saying, kabam, you are coercing me. Because I could just walk away. I could turn this off and play another game or whatever. But I'm saying it feels coercive. It doesn't feel good. And I feel like that's what you're saying, is like, this feels like cheating. This feels like you've turned off something I have spent my hard-earned cash money, dollars, time on. I don't like that. This feels like cheating. Maybe you're saying, like, no, it is cheating, and that's still fine. I think Kabam's job is to continue to challenge us without us feeling like we're being cheated, and keeping us having fun. I think that's their job, ultimately. And so sometimes I'll give them the feedback, like, I personally, as a player, feel cheated. I don't feel like this was a challenge that I couldn't overcome. This was a challenge that felt coercive. Not that I think you, Kabam employee, are being immoral. I think I'm explaining that pretty well. I don't know. I ain't always the best with the words. The main change I want to see with Masteries is that we can adjust them point by point. Having to click. Yeah, man. I'll be honest, Joey. I hear you. I think we're about as good as we're gonna get with Masteries. With the 3 pages. Like, as someone who played the game forever, I was shocked when they did that. I was shocked. Still am, actually. I still look at it, I'm like, I can't believe Kabam actually finally did this. Okoye is the one that just champion managed to get. Thankfully, one of the best. Don't really. So, in the Okoye part, Ace, I was like, I just want to see her stay the same for like a month. All I want is a month of her not being bugged or changed or vicious or like, just give me a month and then I'll feel good. Like, that's all I want, please. She's obviously good. It's just, I just want to feel super confident that like nothing else will change, you know? Larry, yeah, sure, bud. I know you've asked quite a few times, buddy. I appreciate your support, man. Yeah, send the friend request, and if I don't accept it here after this match, ask me again, and we'll get that done, buddy. I appreciate the support. Thanks for coming by. That's awesome, man. Any tips for acquiring tier 4 alphas for someone who's not comfortable yet to take on longer form? I think it's for sale in the various stores. I don't mean for money. I mean, like, I think you can buy tier 4 alpha for BG tokens and whatever they're calling the AQ stuff these days. Let me know if that's not a good suggestion. Can I check into those matches? Larry, you mind repeating it, bud, or was it the friend one? I just took a minute to get to it. Let me know, bud. Don't worry, it's not spam. Have fun, guys. Got it. Hey, thanks for being here, Elijah. Appreciate you hanging out, bud. You got your daughter's Last of Us. Wait, what? Just got my daughter's Last of Us Part 2. So oh, got it. That's awesome, man. All right, have fun. Have a great one, buddy. Have a great weekend. All right, thanks, Larry. Like I said, if I forget after this match, man, you remind me, okay? Who should I rank it between Silk and Red Guardian 6-star? I prefer Red Guardian. Is your Red Guardian awakened? Let's get that in. Is your Red Guardian awakened? Silk's great, don't get me wrong, and she's got that evade, which is huge. And she's good, dude. Her damage is. I mean, some people would probably get very. Here, watch me upset a lot of the chat. Silk's damage is almost as good as Red Guardian's. Yeah. All right, I'll focus up on the match a little bit here. I'm surprised I'm not getting all the match. The Silk crowd must not be paying attention, or they're like, "You're not gonna bait us today, Vega. You ain't doing it." Just placing my most highly ranked. I basically got like all my best champions on this one. This feels wildly unfair to my opponent. Like this is one where I feel like I definitely have a massive advantage. I mean, they've got a rank 5. That's a 5-star though. The time Apocalypse came in game, I don't know if I was playing much Ghost, so this could get ugly. Let's see. Knowing that evade sure would be helpful. Uh-oh. Waited too long and gonna pay for it. Damn. I think the theme of this stream has been I get punished when I get too greedy. Yep. I got too greedy again, every single time. If I lose this match, it's gonna be because of that right there. Damn it. Hey, have a great stream, Ace. We'll raid you afterwards, bud. Shoot, I'm really annoyed at myself right now. Really irritated. How long have we been going? 2 hours? All right. That's such a dumb mistake. Okay. You know what I hope they do? Yeah, I needed to win that first. And if you're like, why is it so frustrated? Because I made a stupid mistake, so it's my fault. But even more so that I think wins are just going to get harder and harder to come by as I climb, because decks are just going to get crazy for my deck. And this was a winnable one. I don't think Captain Marvel is going to have the damage to get that done. That's just such a massive difference. Could be wrong. I may regret this. And I don't think I'm going to win this on speed. So I'm shit as I make a dumb mistake. I'm not going to try to like intercept or as I intercept. I'm going to stop talking because I keep saying what I'm not going to do and then literally doing it. I should have gone aggressive there, because then I could have done the daunted. Whatever. Get over it. It's happened, move on. I do think I need to go aggressive now. No! Okay, I wouldn't have won anyways. That feels good. Nice job to you. All right, that's good to know. I don't mind losing to someone who played well. That's good. I do think that is a lesson for me, though, that it's probably time to get going. I don't think we have any other crystals open. Let's see. I don't think we earned enough to... where we stopped today? I mean, this is higher than I thought I would get when the season started, that's for sure. There was no part of me that thought I would try to climb this high. That was obviously winnable, so I don't feel like it's time to give up on that at all. Stoker Eye Bomb for 7-star Science Gem, 7-star Mystic Gem, Purgatory, or wait for Hood, BG's Focus. All right, let's take one at a time. Stoker Eye Bomb for 7-star Science Gem. If you're like set on using it, I'd go Silk. Gives her the slow, if I remember correctly, right? 7-star Mystic Gem. So Tigra, in my opinion, is the best BG's champion there. You want her like Sig 200 though. Purgatory's not bad, man, especially once you get her awakened. She's got that Sig that's like percentile base. It's really helpful. She's pretty good, dude. But and Longshot's obviously a good dual threat. You know, a lot of people like Longshot. There's a good reason for that. But Hood's like, again, we go over this. It's funny. We literally go over this in the video. His Fate Seal and his Stagger feels like it's very much back. Like, you know, he wasn't great for Serpent. Serpent was so dominant for so long. But we've got other Cosmic Defenders now. He can even create openings against Zola. So, yeah. I would wait for a Hood. Or you get the Tigress Sigs up. When one of those two things happens, I would go for it. Vega Primes. Yeah. C1 any minute now, right? Thanks for the support, Luke. I appreciate it, buddy. Shoot, I should have looked at what I need for rank ups. I think I literally need this, actually. I'm going to take a second and look at... because Null is my target for my first rank 2. Okay, so I need tier 3 alpha and tier 6 class catalysts. Tier 3 alpha, tier 6. I think attack is the one to go for. This one's tough. I had been taking the 7-star crystal because I was, you know, it's like a free-to-play account. I didn't really expect 7-star shards to be coming my way very frequently. I may move back to it, but I think for now I want to take the guaranteed rank up resource. At least for now, I might move back to the 7-star just because 7-stars are so powerful. You know, even just the combat power rate. Like that Deadpool versus Infinity Man fight goes significantly faster if I have normal combat power rate. Like, still lose, I think, because of health, because I made that dumb mistake. But that's my own fault. I let one mistake cause me to make another mistake, and so on and so forth. And that's a me problem. Shouldn't have done that. Dude, we're so close. We're so close. It would be 2 more wins. Right? It'd be 2 wins. We're 9K away. All right. We'll do 2. If we lose, then we stop. But we're so close. Oh no. I need 15,000 shards, not 10. So I'm wrong. Okay, we're gonna bounce. Oh, Larry, dude, thank you. I appreciate you bringing it back to my attention, buddy. I meant what I said. I know that I know that I am a bit forgetful. I'm aware of that. Where are you, bud? Let's find you. It's got to be you. Thanks, Larry. Like I said, man, I appreciate all that support, buddy. Thank you so much for stopping by streams and chatting with us. Happy to be your friend on this account, buddy. Are you gonna pick up some dinner for the family? I'm gonna be doing that myself too. Might even go out to dinner. I don't know. There's a burger restaurant that we like that's pretty close by. Might do that with the girls. Have a good time. Let me, man, I got so excited about potentially opening up this a 7-star crystal since you all been hanging out. And I'm continuing to make a concerted effort to not call this account an alt. I very much view them as the whale account and the free to play. So I appreciate all the support y'all giving it. And shout out to like my alliance mates too, like Luke right there. Because I know it's not the easiest account to work with. Although we've been doing okay. We've been doing all right. I think once our war rating gets up higher, that's when we might need to make some sort of decision on it. But we're not there yet. I think we might be at the end of the season though, because we keep winning, and so our war rating's like flying high. Because we're picking up a lot of points. Did you guys notice that? There's Brendan right there too, alliance mates. I checked in on our war rating today, and I saw how much we're picking up. After 12 wars, I think we're going to be up there quite a bit. If you guys can't, this is Ace Fusion, man. Yeah, so he goes by Ace. He's been hanging out in the streams quite a bit for a long time. We got to know each other in the 4BGs Alliance. Runs a really nice stream and an extremely high skill Battlegrounds player. He's completely free to play too. And so I think that just makes it that much more impressive. So if you can go check him out, give him a sub, and let him know I said hi. I'm going to grab some lunch, and then I'll actually probably see you over there in a little bit. Did I just accidentally get rid of you? I don't think I did. Whew, I did not. All right. Thanks so much for hanging out, everybody. Massive thank you to Luke for the gifted membership, so he for gifted membership, and Lee Boyce. I always appreciate the support. Thank you so much, everybody. Bye-bye.